Welcome to 1000 Why Questions. Here we dig into everyday mysteries you've always wondered about.
You know that moment when you pull out your phone to snap a quick picture? Your dog's doing something hilarious? And instead of taking the shot, your phone just freezes? It sits there thinking, like it suddenly needs a double espresso before it can function. This is the same phone that felt lightning fast when you bought it. So what happened? It's kind of like a brand new kitchen drawer that used to glide open with a finger, but a few years later you have to tug it like you're starting a lawnmower. Things just slow down. But your phone isn't made of wood or metal rails, it's pure electronics. So why does something digital act like it's getting old? Today we're tackling one of the most asked tech questions ever. Why do phones slow down over time? Picture your phone the day you unboxed it. Everything felt smooth, apps popped open instantly, scrolling felt buttery, and the whole system seemed excited to be alive. But as you use it, the phone starts collecting stuff. Not dust, digital clutter. It's like your living room after a busy week. Amazon boxes here, a sweater over the couch, mail on the table. Nothing's broken, but everything moves a little slower. Apps get bigger, photos pile up, text threads balloon, temporary files stack like sand. And when your storage gets tight, your phone has to work overtime to find space, reorganize files, and keep things neat. That effort costs speed. Apps keep updating too. A tiny studio apartment app slowly expands into a full-size suburban house, and your phone still has the same processor trying to power this mansion through a single tiny outlet. Then there's RAM, your phone's short-term workspace. When you jump between Instagram, Maps, and email, your phone tries to keep them ready in the background. But RAM is limited. Think of it like a kitchen counter. The more dishes you stack without rinsing, the harder it is to prep anything new. Eventually, the phone starts kicking apps out, which is why they reload when you come back. And of course, batteries age. As they wear out, they can't handle sudden spikes in power. To prevent unexpected shutdowns, phones, especially iPhones, may intentionally slow the processor. It's like a runner who jogs instead of sprinting so they don't collapse. All these little things blend together. One by one, they chip away at that brand new phone feeling. But we're only scratching the surface. Inside your phone is a processor, a tiny city made of billions of microscopic switches called transistors. When your phone is new, those transistors fire like a freshly tuned orchestra. But every moment your phone is on, every video you stream, every notification that pings, they generate heat. And heat is the silent villain of electronics. Repeated heating and cooling causes tiny amounts of material stress and electron leakage inside the chip. It's microscopic, but it adds up over years. The processor doesn't break, but it becomes just a little less crisp. Then there's NAND flash wear. Your storage isn't like a bookshelf. It's more like a whiteboard that slowly stops erasing cleanly. Every save, delete, or rewrite wears down those tiny memory cells. As the cells age, the system has to work harder to store data accurately, slowing things down. Operating systems evolve too. New versions of iOS or Android assume newer hardware. Faster chips, more RAM, better graphics. Loading a modern OS onto a 3-year-old phone is like installing a brand new Tesla interface into a 2005 Honda Civic. It'll run, just not gracefully. And modern phones are constantly doing background processing. Machine learning, photo sorting, predictive behavior, voice recognition. It's convenient, but it's also more weight for the processor to carry. Here's the part that feels uncomfortable. A lot of slowness comes from us, our perception. Every year, newer phones get smoother animations, brighter screens, and faster chips. You see ads, reviews, TikToks, and your brain quietly upgrades its definition of fast. It's like driving the car you've loved for years, then test driving something brand new. Your car didn't suddenly get worse, your expectations changed. Apps changed too. They evolved for the newest phones, not your older one. Your phone didn't get heavier, the world around it did. And we spend so much time with our phones that their flaws stand out. The magic fades. Anything slower than instant feels broken. Plus, most of us treat our phones like digital addicts. Thousands of photos, screenshots, voice memos, message threads. A messy attic isn't broken, it just takes longer to find things. Yes, it's heat. Yes, it's memory wear. Yes, it's growing apps and aging batteries. But it's also the pace of technology, shifting software, and our rising expectations. Your phone is doing its best to keep up in a world that never stops upgrading. So the next time your phone hesitates before opening the camera or takes an extra beat to load your messages, remember, it's not just planned obsolescence, it's the natural blending of digital aging, evolving software, and a bit of human psychology. Your phone isn't useless, it's just lived a full, busy life in your pocket. If you enjoy everyday science like this, remember to subscribe and stay curious.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of 1000 Why Questions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to support the channel. Got a thought or your own why question? Comment below. And if you want more,